we've reached the last final of these games. Well, I'm happy to tell you it's the men's horizontal bar final. I'm happy to tell you that we have the reigning champion of the world and the Olympic champion from Tokyo. And from Paris, by the way. Very well done to Jens, the arena presenter, identifying and wishing a happy birthday to He Xiang. The men's horizontal bar final in artistic gymnastics at the World University Games. This is a fantasy dream match. We've got the last two Olympic champions. Hashimoto Daiki from Tokyo, Orka Shinosuke from Paris, going up against each other. That's what the World University Games gives you. Oh, plus a whole host of other contenders who are waiting should something not go according to plan for those two gentlemen. So let's find out. Let's find out. This is going to be a brilliant way to conclude. We're going to start with Heath Thorpe. He's a lovely gymnast. Great athlete on the horizontal bar and on floor. We've got Hashimoto Daiki to come later on, the reigning champion of the world and the Olympic champion from his home games in Tokyo. We'll have Orka Shinosuke, who is the reigning Olympic champion. Hashimoto was the top in qualification, Orka was the second best. The one that we've got to keep a very close eye on is He Xiang, who will be the penultimate gymnast to go. He Xiang, who's celebrating his 20th birthday today. He is very good on this apparatus.
If you break the numbers down from the qualification round, you have Hashimoto Daiki, whose D-score was 6.2, compared to Oka, a D-score of 5.7. But we might well see that Oka reaches in and finds a few extra tenths somewhere in this routine. And for Hashimoto, he's coming off an all-around final where he, well, came off on that element.
This is what's so engrossing about a horizontal bar final. It is, of all of the 10 apparatus finals that one watches over the course of a major gymnastics competition, the one where there's the least resemblance between qualification difficulty and final difficulty. There's always room for manoeuvre. Rheinruhr 2025, the FISU World University Games. Great to have you with us. Great to have them with us. The fans who've journeyed from all over the world to be part of this. Great to be joined by Blythe Lawrence for the apparatus finals, as we now bring you the last event of the men's horizontal bar competition. It's always a great way to go out. What a way to start. He thought at his second games at the Queensland University of Technology. He's made some World Cup finals on the horizontal bar. He's a 4-time Oceania champion. Hugely popular gymnast and capable of very strong difficulty on this apparatus. Good luck to him. He gets us started.
We're going to see a couple of very unique combinations from Heath Thorpe. Begins with a pike Jaeger. Takamoto with a half turn into a Ginger. And a lovely full twisting layout Jaeger in combination. There's so much elegance to his swing, but power too. Watch the dismount. Should be a triple tuck.
And it was not quite there in otherwise what was a joy of a routine from Heath Thorpe. You use the word unique. We've used that word about Heath Thorpe about 1 billion times over the course of his career because he is so exciting and so unlike anyone else out there, frankly.
The composition of his routines, not just on high bar, but on floor exercise as well, is particularly eye-catching. And he backs all of it up with beautiful form. His toe point is exceptional.
Yes, he's one of the few true ballet dancers on the high bar.
Exactly. And unfortunately, the triple back didn't quite go his way here. But it's a new skill for him, as it is for several others. And so clearly, he's still working it in.
We're going to see a lot of, shall we say, experimental triple back somersaults on the horizontal bar over the next little while, because it is going to become a more high-profile part of horizontal bar routines due to changes in the coded points. It will be rewarded very well.
Essentially, it's worth more difficulty now. And so all of a sudden, gymnasts from around the world are learning it and throwing it in big competitions.
Heath Thorpe scores 13. So that gives you a sense of the scoring potential of that routine if he can get that dismount regularly secured. Dominic Tamsel will have 2 representatives from Switzerland in this horizontal bar final. It's not a great surprise because the Swiss have real pedigree on this apparatus. Tamsel is in his 2nd consecutive World University Games.
Interesting opening to his exercise. And there is his Ginger, well flighted. Winding up for full twisting double tuck over the bar, the Coleman. And unfortunately, off he comes. A lot has to happen in order for this to go right. And I'm not sure that he casted back quite the way he wanted to in order to get the timing correct to re-grasp the bar.
He finished his Master of Science in Electrical Engineering last year. He must be enjoying the chance now maybe to devote a little more time to training, having completed such a demanding qualification from the Bern University of Applied Sciences. Found time to do his Advanced English certificate last year as well. I'm working on my basic one.
You're doing pretty well.
Very nice finish that from Dominic Tamsel. He is a gymnast who has all of the components of an extremely strong horizontal bar routine.
There's a lot of variety in this exercise as well. There's the Takamoto with a half turn straight into Ginger. Notice that he does grasp the bar with his elbows almost completely straight. That's what you want to do, and we don't see that all the time. The dismount, double layout with a full twist. Good in the air, better on the landing.
There is for the gentleman a 1/10 bonus to be earned if they are secure enough in the dismount and the feet do not move. He departs these games a medalist, whatever happens. Bronze with his team. One imagines that when you are trying to become a master of science in electrical engineering, it is a very nice thing to be able to go to the gym and get your head clear and focus on your gymnastics, and then probably to do likewise, to put the gym behind you for a bit and go into your academic studies, to have a good balance in life. He's done it successfully. 12.266 is his score. How about the reigning champion of the world? Well, all right then. Hashimoto Daiki. He also won the Olympic title in Tokyo, and he is your reigning all-around champion at the World University Games. That and many, many, many other honours. Top qualifier, 14.933. This should be spectacular, but how's the first element?
It's going to be interesting to see how he handles the Liukin. Here it comes.
Pretty well.
No problem. And gearing up for a Cassina, full twisting double layout over the bar. It's not done yet. There's the Coleman. And again, look at his arms as he catches the releases. The body fully extended, just as it should be. That, however, is a significant mistake. He was meant to continue going forward, and he improvised, so that could impact his difficulty score and his execution a bit.
He will pick up a bonus, one imagines, for that dismount. That was very interesting from a psychological perspective, because he made it through all of the big release moves, including the opening one, the Liukin, which is where he came off in the all-around final, but his last performance still did enough to win the gold. Sometimes gymnasts will tell you that they're at their most vulnerable after they've got through all of the most difficult aspects of their routine.
And the skill where there was a mistake, it is a difficult skill. It's just not quite as spectacular as things like the Coleman. Let's take a look. He stoops in and he's got it. What he wants to do is to continue going forward. And he was out of the angle that he needed to be in the handstand in order to do that. And he continues on and makes it look pretty seamless. But we are definitely looking at an impact to both the D and the E scores. The question is how much?
6.2 in qualification, the difficulty score. 8.733 the execution score. Certainly one imagines the execution score will be a few tenths lower.
And no doubt after that display, he's going to go into the lead. But he might be wondering if he's left the door open somewhat.
The door has been left open somewhat. 14.1, Hashimoto Daiki. Difficulty is down by 0.6 of a mark. That's actually the big thing. The execution has only dropped by a few tenths, but the difficulty has really changed. Tim Randiger. 8th in qualification. He was watched on from the stands in the all-around competition yesterday by his mum, who is a 2-time Olympian in artistic swimming.
He's doing the Stalder elements well. One wonders about the release. Oh, he's got that down too. Very nice, Cassina. And he's not done. There's a Coleman. And the one-arm giant, something we don't see all the time these days. Using a hop full and hop 1.5.
Tim Landegaard is yet to compete at a senior world championships or at a senior European championships. And there is Mum on the right, Karin. Watch out for him. It might well change over the next few years. He's 25. He's starting to enter a peak period of his career. He's looking more confident than ever before. Big things might happen for Tim Landegaard.
He says he did all kinds of sports growing up, but what he really wanted to try was artistic gymnastics. There are elements of this sport that are part of the physical education curriculum in primary schools in Switzerland. They actually do swinging rings. And obviously, he has applied the lessons learned there to horizontal bar.
Well, you've lived in Switzerland for many years, or you did live in Switzerland for many years, Blythe, and you know all too well that if you trip over in Switzerland, the likelihood is you'll land in a gymnastics club. There are so many of them.
It's a wonderful country for people who love this sport. .566. He's very close to the qualification performance. A young man whose star is on the rise. Next to a young man who is the star. Hashimoto Daiki sits at the top. Tim Landegaard in the silver medal position. Heath Thorpe bronze. But we have got somebody to come. In fact, we've got several to come who could all beat Hashimoto Daiki. And you can bet that they're waiting to be able to say, I've beaten an Olympic champion. And maybe I've beaten 2 Olympic champions. Because Oka is still to come. He will finish, and he is one of the most elegant gymnasts in the world on the horizontal bar. Janos Skeppers. The man with the highest execution score in the preliminary round.
To the surprise of absolutely no one when he finished that routine. It was enthralling. The reason why there is a brief hiatus is due to the height of Keanu Skeppers.
And indeed, if a gymnast wants the bar to be raised because they are rather tall and risk scraping the ground as they swing through, they can do that. It just has to be okayed by the head of the jury, which it has been here.
And then after he has conducted his warm-up, the bar will be lowered once more for the remaining competitors to go back to the start and actually compete. Then when it comes round to him, they'll raise the bar once more.
And he will try to raise the bar on the rest of the competition.
I love the theatre of a horizontal bar final. The atmosphere changes in the arena. When women's floor is being performed, there's a totally different atmosphere. The two, generally speaking, are side by side, or one after the other in most competitions. And they're a beautiful partnership because for floor, you feel everyone almost lean in and become absorbed in the theatricality of what they're watching. And for horizontal bar, you feel everyone lean back and almost flinch every time a gymnast does anything.
Women's floor exercise is a trip to the theater, and men's high bar is a trip to the X Games.
That's very good. I've not made any trips to the X Games. I don't think they'd let me in. I'd rather reduce the credibility of the whole thing. And the preparations are absolutely vital because athletes are, like most of us, creatures of habit, and routine is a vital part of being an elite athlete. It's a vital part of being an elite anything. Elite musicians have their routines, elite athletes have their routines, elite artists have their routines. The bar's got to be just so for these athletes.
Everybody has something just the way they like it when it comes to the bar events. You see it on parallel bars as well. There's a lot of time spent chalking the bar. Some of the gymnasts really like it with a mixture of different things. You don't see it on high bar, but sometimes there's a honey and water kind of combination, a paste that gets made. And the high bar can seem slippery. And so some gymnasts like it with a lot of chalk before they even get up and begin their routines.
And something to watch, all of you, if you're new to the horizontal bar. The bar does move a lot. It vibrates a lot. It has its own kinetic energy. Olka Szynovsky. We are so privileged to have in our presence the reigning Olympic champion on the horizontal bar. You can feel the atmosphere in the arena. People have fallen silent. They cannot believe they are here watching the man who won the Olympic title in Paris.
And they've also just seen his warm-up, so they've gotten a taste of what he's about to do here. Cassina. Coleman. And now he's going to transition and do a Liukin. And that was the very epitome of an unintentional dismount. What happened was what they call in gymnastics a peel, where your grips simply lose the bar and off you come. And so good is his air awareness that he almost makes it look like he meant to do that.
Remarkably safe, isn't it?
One of the very first things you learn as a gymnast is how to fall. And he has had 15 years of flying through the air. He really does know where he is. Great reactivity, though.
There is a very real possibility that one of the three remaining competitors is going to be able to say, this was the day that I beat the last two Olympic champions. You want to make a name for yourself, do it at Rhein-Ruhr 2025 in front of the eyes of the gymnastics world on the horizontal bar. Now the question is, if you are Felix Dolce, He Xiang and Keanu Skeppers, how do you get that thought out of your head? How do you make sure that all you do is focus on your routine and not think, I might have a chance of winning this? Because it's only human. Well, they are philosophical because the great goal of the team gold medal was accomplished. That's what the Japanese squad came here to do more than anything else. .166, Oka Shinosuke goes into the bronze medal position, and we've got 3 left. Step forward, all contenders. Felix Dolce, 6th best in qualification, 13.866. That would put him into the silver medal position with 2 to go.
This is a great routine. The question is, can he hit it under pressure here? Coleman in combination with a pirouette. Terrific. Layout Kachev. And the Cassina late in the routine. That's his most difficult release skill. It's an interesting order that he has put that in.
It might be an interesting order on the leaderboard now because of Felix Dolce. Hands in the air, applauding, is Hashimoto Daiki. Dolce is the reigning Pan American Games champion. Not only that, but he is the reigning Pan American horizontal bar champion to add to his all-around success. This is a fabulous routine. It should score very well.
It's got all the components. Variety, complicated pirouetting, and 4 really big release skills. Number 3 of which was the Cassina. That's what most gymnasts open up with when they do that. And his tap in to a double twisting, double layout. Clean and calm as you like. What a routine. Dolce had the highest difficulty score in the qualification. This should go into the lead.
Felix Dolce, 14.633. He's in the gold medal position and he's guaranteed a medal. He has just gone ahead of the last 2 Olympic champions on this piece. No wonder they cheer. Well, that set the cat among the pigeons, as could this gentleman. He Xiang. You may not know him very well. If you follow gymnastics, you will have seen him most likely at the Junior World Championships 2 years ago when he was the runner-up on this apparatus. But you might well know him in the future because he is extremely impressive.
That was a smooth opening element. And look at the flight, the amplitude on his Cassina. He's not done yet. That is what is known as a Czech giant.
In a star-studded final, there is room for newcomers. Xiang on the bar, in the air, outstanding. He will concede quite a lot for the dismounts. He may still win a medal.
It's very possible. In terms of seamlessness, this was one of the best exercises of the final. Doing really huge release skills doesn't disturb the flow of his swing at all. That's masterful for this young gymnast from China, 20 years old today. Unfortunately, the only real deduction that he concedes is this large step on the dismount. Since it's probably greater than the width of his shoulders, he's likely to lose half a point just for that.
He's one to watch. He's compelling. He's into the bronze medal position, 14.066. That execution score is the highest that we've seen. And it could have been even higher.
It could have, yes.
That's frighteningly good. Dolce is now guaranteed at least silver. Now the bar will be raised for the very last gymnast of these entire games.
Perfect.
Well, he may be next to a giant falcon, but it was Felix Dolce who flew higher. This is the youngest man in the final, Keanu Schippers, the 18-year-old from Belgium. And he won the silver medal at last year's Junior European Championships. Beautiful form on this apparatus.
Good layout Kacha. And that, the most basic of the Kacha variations. The straddle hecht over the bar. It's a routine that displays more of the basics than many that we've seen in this final. But his basics are incredibly beautiful. That's why his execution is so high.
Luxurious, that work from Keanu Schippers. He doesn't have the difficulty yet to be a major contender in a final like this. But give him time and he will. Because the foundations are rock solid. Felix Dolce watching on, you could see his reaction. He knows a classy horizontal bar gymnast when he sees one.
If you don't have a good base, it doesn't matter how much difficulty you eventually are able to do. And at just 18, he is building the difficulty and the consistency. and he'll have plenty to add on. The dismount already very mature, double twisting, double layout, and such control displayed from this young gentleman.
The execution really was good. This is the last score to come in artistic gymnastics at these games. And how nice, it's a first-year university student. We think about the future, we might see him again here. That's a very healthy score, 13.666, and we end with the best execution score in the final. But the champion is the brilliant Felix Dolci. He was the first Canadian man to win a Youth Olympic Games medal in artistic gymnastics in 2018. Now, as a university student, he has taken them to their first gold medal in artistic gymnastics at these games. And not just that, Blythe, but he's beaten the last two Olympic champions. An absolute statement performance. They haven't exactly had a bad games, the Canadians. It's lovely that it ends in gold for them. It's great that they get to take centre stage in the last ceremony. And it's not as though Japan was short of gold medals anyway. They still take a silver. He Xiang, the young Chinese gymnast, the winner of the bronze medal.
Waited all day for this.
A particularly special moment for Dolci, his first involvement in a final since the team event. No doubt which nation has been the dominant force, and they show appreciation to their fans, their family, their friends, their loved ones. Gosh, they must be thrilled.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, that tape was amazing. You know, before that dismount, I told me the ankle should only be able to hold on. I had the tape on. I just have to stick it.
The classified results in the men's horizontal bar competition at the World University Games in Germany. The bronze medal won by He Xiang of the People's Republic of China. Silver to Hashimoto Daiki of Japan. And the gold medal won by Felix Dolci of Canada. An outstanding performance by Dolci. The last gold of the Games going his way. Let's have a look back at the best moments. The medal ceremony for the men's horizontal bar competition at the FISU World University Games of Rhein-Ruhr 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's artistic gymnastics horizontal bar final.
Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, die Siegerehrung, Gerätturnen Finale Reck.
Please welcome the medalists.
Bitte begrüßen Sie die Medaillengewinner.
The medals will be presented by.
Die Medaillen werden überreicht von Donatella Sacchi, FISU Technical Committee Chair Artistic Gymnastics, Vorsitzende des Technischen Ausschusses der FISU für Gerätturnen.
The gifts will be presented by.
Die Präsente werden überreicht von Dr. Melanie Haag, Member of the Board of the German University Sport Federation, Vorstandsmitglied Allgemeiner Deutscher Hochschulsportverband e.V.
Third place and bronze medalist representing People's Republic of China.
Dritter Platz und Gewinner der Bronzemedaille für die Volksrepublik China, He Xiang.
And silver medalist representing Japan.
Zweiter Platz und Gewinner der Silbermedaille für Japan, Hashimoto Daiki.
First place, gold medalist and Rhein-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games champion, representing Canada.
Erster Platz, Gewinner der Goldmedaille und der Rhein-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games für Kanada, Felix Dolci.
Ladies and gentlemen, the FISU Anthem.
Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, die FISU-Hymne.
ladies and gentlemen, your Rheinwood 2025 medalists.
The medalists in the men's horizontal bar competition at Rheinruhr 2025. And so it draws to a close. As the gymnasts depart, so do we. Artistic gymnastics, a synthesis of art and sport. At the World University Games, a synthesis of that which is academic and that which is athletic. The future is in safe hands. The gymnasts of the world have continued to balance many, many difficult and different pursuits. And we look forward to catching up with them next time, somewhere at a gymnastics competition down the road. It's been wonderful having your company. Thank you so much for being part of Rheinruhr 2025. It's farewell until next we meet.